So you are looking for the strongest projecting fragrances in the world? Well, then you're at the right YouTube channel. Hello my handsome and sexy dirty bastards, welcome back to my channel. Listen, I make sure that you make all the pussy cats wet around you.
Really careful, not yet. Roger.
You see, I didn't lie. Now gentlemen, I got here 20 fragrances for you and I will do the review a little bit faster than what I normally do. Because we got 20. Listen, and only the best stuff that you can find is in this list. We got cheap fragrances, we got designer fragrances, and we got affordable niche fragrances. So nothing really expensive is on this list. Now, but before we dive into the video, I know that I have some Creed fanboys out there. And there is a massive sale going on right now with up to 67% off of the full price. If you want to know where to shop for these, then click on the first link in the description and also use the code WOW10 for an extra 10% off. And sorry for the people in Europe and UK, this is USA only. So for the Americans, happy shopping. And Europe, don't be disappointed because this list is really good and I'll make it up to you. Now gentlemen, grab yourselves a cup of coffee and put your balls in a good position and let's get into it. Alright, and at 20, this one projects like a mofo. We got Rasasi Hawas. Yes. Fresh, fruity, aquatic and citrusy, and every girl in the whole wide world loves this. And if she doesn't like this, then her vajayjay stinks. How can you not like this? Now this fragrance smells like a sporty shower gel. Imagine that. And this is also a clone, or it is the other way around, from Invictus Acqua. Now people says that this one came first. I don't really care. You cannot get Invictus Acqua anymore and this one projects and lasts longer anyways. Plus this is very inexpensive. And guys, in the links down below I have all the best prices for you. So don't try to find better ones. I have the best links. Now if you think like, Curly, is this a safe blind buy? Yes it is. Go to the stores and smell the original Invictus. And if you think, hey, I like this one, then think of an aquatic version of it, better in longevity and projection, then that is this. Now, and this is a fresh fragrance, so yes, you can still overspray the shit out of it. Now, and don't think that girls don't like that. Girls don't even know what they like, okay? Because sometimes you will hear them say in a street interview like,
I don't like it if a guy smells like too much cologne.
Trust me, they do. Girls these days don't even know what they want. I mean, how can you trust them with what they say if they are literally like this?
Careful.
Exactly. Get this one. And at 19, we got Prada Luna Rossa Ocean Eau de Parfum. Think of a mix of Invictus Victory mixed with Prada Luna Rossa Ocean Eau de Toilette. If you would mix that together, then you would get the Eau de Parfum version. Yes, so there is actually nothing oceanic about this. It is a mix between a spicy vanilla fragrance with citruses and ambroxan. That is this. Try this one out. Okay, and at 18, we got two fragrances. We got Swiss Arabian Oud Azraq and we got Montale Honey Oud. Now this fragrance has tried to clone this, but they can't really hit the nail to it. Honey Oud is still sexier, lasts longer and projects more. And I prefer this one as well. This has that sexy edge that this one doesn't have. But if you don't have the budget for a Montale, then you can get this one, Oud Azraq. Now this still projects far, this still lasts a long time, so it is still a good fragrance. But if I compare it to Honey Oud, then I like Honey Oud more and I think that Honey Oud is worth the price what it goes for. And the projection and longevity never goes wrong with a Montale. But see how your budget is and yeah, try them out. Now and at 17, we got Superz Budapest Gold Dust. Oh, now listen, this has the same kind of a vibe. I'm not saying that it's the same, I'm not saying that it's a clone, I'm also not saying that it's an inspired version of. No, it goes into the same vibe as Honey Oud, but then better. Oh, much better. This is actually manlier and sexier than Honey Oud. And the main notes that you're gonna smell with this fragrance is cinnamon amber, woods, vanilla. It is powdery and smoky. A lot of fragrances from Superz actually are my thing because they are like little Montale fragrances or something like that, but then with higher quality. Oh, totally my thing. I love strong Middle Eastern-ish kind of fragrances. And listen, Oud Azraq and Honey Oud give you compliments, yes. But with gold dust, you get this. Well, you have to buy it, else it stays a dream. And now I get a 10% discount with Superz. It is Curly10 for 10% off. Now, longevity and projection with all Superz fragrances are beast mode, so you don't even have to ask how long is the longevity and projection and blah blah blah. Beast mode, beast mode. Try them out. And at 16 we got Chopard Amber Malaki. Yes. Only Rose Malaki and Amber Malaki are the best ones from the line. From the rest. Skip the rest. Rose and Amber are the best. The rest don't even bother. Oh, now this smells very, very niche and very Middle Eastern. This is a very smoky, piercing kind of an amber fragrance. Very Middle Eastern. You need to have like a couple of niche fragrances already to go for these kind of fragrances. Stay on, bitch. So only go for this if you like sweet Middle Eastern amber-ish kind of fragrances. Then try this one out. And at 16 we got Dior Fahrenheit Le Parfum.
Le motherfucking femme.
Because every time I talk about this fragrance, I get like,
you didn't like Fahrenheit. You didn't like Fahrenheit.
yeah, and I still don't, because the one that I'm talking about is the Eau de Toilette, not Le Parfum. Whoo! Sometimes people need to get punched in the face. Listen to what I say. Now, the Eau de Toilette smells like a dead animal. And this one smells like a sweet suede leather jacket with booze and some freshness. Now, it still has a little bit of that gasoline vibe, but then more in the background, you know? This is more sweet suede leather, rum and vanilla. That's this. Now this is for the bad boys out there who like leathery fragrances but still want to attract girls. Then try this one out. And at 14 we got Tom Ford Noir Extreme Parfum. Yes, now think of like this is a Super Saiyan version of the original. So when your chick smells this, even she will change into a Super Saiyan herself.
Now I ain't gonna lie, shorty got the motherfucking hand.
Kakarot, I'm right here.
Yes, you will attract powerful chicks with this. Now think of the original Noir Extreme. So you get cardamom, you get Indian ice cream named Kulfi, you get vanilla and tonka bean. But now added with leather and suede leather and a little bit of gaiac wood. That is what you get with this. So just imagine a darker version of the original, longer lasting, more powerful in projection and everything so that all the ladies will smell you. That's this. Try this one out. Boom! Now listen, if you like niche fragrances but you don't have niche fragrance money, then get Lattafa Khamrah. Yes, and this is literally like one of the cheapies that I wear. Look, there's a dent in it. Now, and basically what this is not an exact clone of Kilian Angel's Share. No, because I don't like that fragrance. That one is too sweet. This is like a toned down version, a more perfumed-ish version of that. This still smells like a sweet fragrance, but then with an aftershave mixed into it. Yeah, that's this. Super sexy, super good. Like, how many bucks is this? Like 30, 40? Even for $50, I would blind buy this. Just get this fragrance is good and longevity and projection. It's not in this list for nothing. Get it. And at 12, we got Jean-Paul Gaultier Elixir. Listen, this stuff is so hyped in the community. Like, literally, it deserves all the hype. But now, there are these weirdo people on TikTok that call this a NPC fragrance. Now, as an ex-gamer, I know what NPC means. It means non-playable character. NPC means that you don't have a brain. Basically, that's what it means. But TikTok bros fuck you're talking about? 90% of the people don't even wear fragrances, and if they wear a fragrance, then it is Dior Sauvage, not this. And those same guys will be like,
Don't ask a fish how to catch a fish.
oh, so we should listen like fishermen like you? Yes, guys, know to who you are listening to. Most of these young TikTok people are virgins anyway. What the hell do they know? But let's get back to the review. Listen, this is a mix between Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male, the original, and Jean Paul Gaultier No. 2, that bottle that clicked together with magnets. Yes, if you would mix that together, that's this. But then in a new jacket and made 10 times more longer lasting and beast mode. So it is a sweet vanilla amber-ish kind of a fragrance mixed with an old school aromatic cologne. So it has two good things of both worlds. Yes. Sweet, fresh, chicks love it. I've been to the streets with this one and ladies love this stuff. If you still don't have it, what are you doing? Get this. And at 10, we got Tom Ford Black Orchid Parfum. Yes. This is a very complex, unique fragrance, but not everybody can pull this one off because it's very earthy, very dark, woody, boozy, and sweet. And oh my god, listen. Every time I smell this on a guy, when I get a whiff of it in the air, like a tiny bit of a nosegasm that I get. I swear. This stuff is potent, and I know that a lot of girls like this one when it is on your skin. Don't test it like on a paper and like, oh, what do you think of it? No, listen, girls then don't like it. Nah. I like it as well, actually, because I've done a street test with it as well, with the original black bottle. Listen, if you are the right guy, you have this on skin and it projects like a mofo, you will get a lot of compliments with this one. Try this one out, at least try it. And at 9, we got Mancera Oud Lemon Mint. Yes, this is one of those fresh fragrances that you need to have in your collection because it's very different. This doesn't smell like anything out there. No fresh fragrance smells like this. Oh. Again, this is not a simple fragrance. This is a fragrance with character. It is fresh, creamy, sweet, woody, and sharp. And the main notes that you smell with this fragrance is lemon, almond, pepper, oud, vanilla, patchouli, and musk. This is a sweet, sharp, fresh fragrance that all the ladies will get a whiff of. That is how strong this stuff is. And don't worry about the oud in this fragrance. This is a clean kind of a oud that they use in here, so it doesn't smell like poopy or skanky or anything. It is more, if you get that sharpness in this fragrance, that is the kind of a oud that this is. It is sharp. It stings the girls into their nose. Try this one out. And at 9, we got Xerjoff Alexandria No. 2. Think of Coca-Cola mixed with a clean, sharp kind of oud, tiny bit aromatic, tiny bit like, and with lavender. So again, Coca-Cola mixed with oud and lavender. That's this fragrance, but then in a luxurious, bad boy-ish kind of a way. And this is the only expensive fragrance on this list, but it is on here because it's worth it. In my opinion, this is a masterpiece and you need to have this in your collection. And at 8, we got Mancera Intense Cedrat Boise. Listen, watch out with this stuff because not only the girls will think you smell amazing, even your homie will have some feelings when he catches a whiff of this. This is a fruity, woody, smoky fragrance, and people who like fragrances such as Dior Sauvage or Creed Aventus, they will also love this one. But not that it smells like those two that I've just mentioned. No, this is different. It goes into a different it goes into a different kind of a direction. But if you like those fragrances, you're gonna love this one as well. And this one is even a tad bit darker than those as well, because this has a little bit of oud. But oud is good because oud makes sure that a lot of people will smell the fragrance and that it lasts long. And if it's blended to perfection as this one is, then it doesn't have skank or you don't even smell the oud. It's just that you know that there's oud in it, then that you know. Try this fragrance out. And at 7, we got Montale Ristretto Intense Café. Yes. If you like the normal Intense Café, then you're gonna like this one as well. The only difference is that the first hour you smell pure coffee. After the hour, it's basically intense cafe, but then stronger. And for the people who don't know how intense cafe smells, it smells like a latte macchiato mixed with rose and musk. That's it, and it's super sexy. I always call this the Casanova fragrance because all the ladies love this if you wear this. Now, try this one out. And at 6, we get Swiss Arabian Oud Tonka. Now, it is a sweet tonka fragrance, so it is very creamy and sweet. Ooh, and listen, watch out with the sprays of this, because else not only you will get creamed in the face, but everyone around you as well. Exactly. This is like so sweet. If you spray it too much, then it's not so nice anymore. So with this one, I would say 2 to 5 sprays max, because this is really strong, guys. And if you want to know how this one smells a little bit, if you have ever smelled BDK Velvet Tonka, it's not an exact clone or anything, but if you like this one, then you're gonna like this one as well. But if you have smelled this, then imagine a gourmand version of it. Then that is this. And BDK Velvet Tonka smells more like a nice, luxurious soap-ish kind of a fragrance. So it smells more like a fragrance. This one is going to the gourmand kind of a route, but it's good. You should try it. Yeah, poor guy, didn't work out. Because bro wasn't wearing a sexy fragrance like this one. Superz Budapest Memories Gold. Yes, this is for the people who like Montale Arabian Tonka. Ooh, now, again, it is not a clone of Arabian Tonka, not at all. It is like, if you like Arabian Tonka, then you're gonna like this one as well, but it goes into a total different kind of a direction. The main notes that you will smell of this fragrance is caramel, cedarwood, vanilla, tonka bean, amber, jasmine, cedarwood, and some cleanliness of the powdery iris. Yes, and that iris in here, it goes into that powdery direction, but it is kind of weird because it also gives a slight, like this really slight kind of a minty-ish kind of a scent to it as well, but not like minty that you think you smell like a toothpaste or anything. Not like that. It's just like slight hint. The same hint as in Eros or something like that. It's really well blended. And this stuff is, again, it is beast mode. I've already got so many compliments with this one. Like, it is not normal. Again, as I said, these are like little Montales, man. But then, you know, instead of a pin, you get a heavy magnetic cap and nicer bottles as well. Now guys, if you are interested in fragrances of Superz, don't forget Curly10 for a 10% off. Everybody needs to have this. I'm just telling you, everybody. And at 4, we got Arabian Oud Resala. Yes. Chocolate, rose, oud and vanilla, but then a very beast mode. That is how this one smells. And it smells very Middle Eastern, by the way. Think of a rich sheikh, and he wears a very luxurious rose oud fragrance, but then a sweet vanilla chocolate version of that. So this is also a very good fragrance if you want to dive into oud fragrances. And this is that kind of a oud fragrance that chicks like as well, because this is one of my most complimented fragrances ever. Try this one out. And at 3, we got Montale Arabian Tonka. Yes, this smells like a powdery vanilla cookie mixed with incense and baccarat rouge in the background. That is what this one is. Super strong, super potent, and because you smell like a Middle Eastern vanilla cookie, not only your girl wants to have a taste of you or like a bite out of you, her dog wants to as well. Exactly, so watch out when you wear this stuff. Try this or you need to have this in your collection. Get it. And at 2, we got Mancera Red Tobacco. Yes, of course this was going to be on the list. And at number 2, so that means that number 1 is even more projecting. But this is a sweet, boozy tobacco fragrance. The opening never smells good. It will never smell good to my nose, but after like 15-20 minutes, then this one is Beautiful. The main notes that you smell are cinnamon, oud, incense, patchouli, tobacco and vanilla. Listen, don't think that this stuff is like bad or that it smells bad. Judge it on your skin. After 15 minutes you will think like, this is a nice sweet tobacco fragrance, and you will see that you will get compliments from this as well, because in the air is where this fragrance shines the most. This is not a fragrance that you want chicks to come close to you and that they smell you up close. This is more like when you're walking in the city and that people behind you think you smell amazing. Like for those kind of situations, that is what this fragrance is for. This is to grab the attention from strangers. And attention you will grab, trust me. So at number 2, one of the strongest projecting fragrances ever. Try this one out. The number 1 fragrance I took with me on a trip to New York last year. That was when I was going to Scent Explorer and Miss Fresh was with me and my mom, and we shared the same hotel room. Both of them didn't wanted me to spray this while they were in the room, because I was choking them out. Listen, I oversprayed the shit out of this fragrance because I do that with all my fragrances. I didn't know that I was literally choking them, because this fragrance is so strong and shouldn't be oversprayed, okay? If you overspray this, it doesn't really smell that nice. My mom liked the smell after 2 hours, because after 2 hours it got dialed down a little bit and we were outside in the cold in New York, and that was when she liked it. I gassed everybody out with this fragrance, Miss Fresh, my mom, and all the cabs that I took in New York. I'm sorry, all the cabs of New York, it was too much, okay? And even when we got back to the hotel, still it was lingering in the hotel room, super strong. Listen, this fragrance is the biggest beast mode fragrance that I have in my collection, and I love it, and you only should spray this one 2 to 3 times max, because else it is just too much. Listen, this is an extrait de parfum. From this house, all of the fragrances is an extrait de parfum. And this one is super good, and I got a lot of compliments with this one as well in New York when I sprayed normal with it. It is Superz Budapest, Sweet Darkness. And Sweet Darkness it is. Listen, I still like it when I overspray myself with it, but other people don't like it then anymore. So, just to warn you, because probably you will love this one as well, don't overspray it, okay? 2 oversprayers warned me, Miss Fresh and my mom, like, please, Michelle, don't do it. So don't do it as well. So 50 milliliter is going a very long way. But let me tell you how this one smells, because it's literally sex in a bottle. Listen, these type of fragrances are mysterious, seductive kind of a scent, okay? This is for the people who like it a little bit freakier in the bed. Now, and this fragrance goes a little bit into the direction of Black Afghano. But again, don't think that it is a Black Afghano clone or anything. It has that vibe of it, but it goes into a total different kind of a direction. This one is sweeter, smokier, with tobacco and coffee added to it. And I don't know why, but I also get a lot of booze in this. And I love booziness. So I don't know which kind of a notes do that, but I get boozy as well. The main notes that you smell with this fragrance is oud, smoke, amber, tobacco, coffee, cannabis, green notes and sweet notes. Now this is very much a winter-ish kind of a fragrance, and it also smells very niche. Listen, if you like dark, sweet fragrances and fragrances that get a lot of compliments, then try this one out. This stuff is beast mode. Everybody is going to smell you, and this stuff goes a long way. 2 to 5 sprays maximum. I've learned my lesson with this one. And again, guys, use the code CURLY10 for 10% off. Yes! I make sure that I get those discount codes for you. Alright guys, and this was the fragrance video of today. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below, what is your strongest projecting fragrance that you have in your collection? Let me know in the comments down below, and see you in the next video. Mwah! Bye bye!